Another news story that you're not going to get from the mainstream media. Yes, another Labour politician has officially been jailed for 20 years for being a disgusting, vile creature, for targeting a young person, by a child, an underage person. And this is completely chaotic because the mainstream media are not really focusing on this. Now, by the time I'm making this video, uploading it, hopefully, what we should expect is the likes of the BBC and Sky to do a proper program on it. What I actually think is going to happen is you might see it on the third or fourth page of one of these websites, the mainstream media websites. But if it were anybody else, well, we're going to go into that in a second. But who is this idiot? This vile creature is Adam Buckingham. Now, Adam Buckingham is a Labour Party former councillor and Labour candidate, so an actual Labour politician who decided to target a child, and it went absolutely too far in this case. And he ended up in the Salisbury Crown Court 4 days ago on Friday, the 14th of July, and he officially received a 20-year sentence. Now, a lot of people will be questioning this because it's 20 years, so it's not life or anything like that. But at the same time, 20 years, but after about 2/3, as long as he serves about 2/3 of his sentence, then they can potentially have a conversation about releasing him. So, not really sure when we're going to be having some sort of conversation about reforming the system, but I know it should always be case by case. It shouldn't be a blanket policy, but at the same time, it just seems people are getting frustrated over the way the justice system is working at the moment. Now, at the same time, as I said, where is the media outrage? It's not just about the media outrage. Everybody else in the establishment. If this were a Brexiteer or anybody who's not left-wing, not only are you going to have some sort of special program on Newsnight, on all the Channel 4 news and everything else for about 6 hours throughout the day. You're going to have helicopters outside his house and everything. You're going to have marches around the street. You're going to have inquiries being called and everything else. But so far, absolutely nothing. And we'll see if anything is going to happen. But I have a feeling they might not even mention this one. Maybe not. So, just for the record, a bit of a warning, the details of this case, slightly disgusting. So last year when the case opened, the prosecution opened the case, Rob Welling told the jury that Adam Buckingham, oh God, this is a quote, started small to begin with. First of all, it was a peck on the lips. And then it was kissing with open mouth, telling her, the victim, that if she loved him, that was the way they should kiss. The victim had a very little insight as to what was happening, and very quickly she felt out of control. She was scared to say no to him because, he would get moody if he didn't get his own way. And then, obviously, this became quite obvious to the jury, and they decided to say, yes, he is guilty, and the sentence was already basically confirmed. Now, where are we with this, with our political culture? There is one thing about this culture that's completely disgusting, but there's also about political corruption and those who get into position of power, especially, again, without pointing fingers, because all mainstream political parties have dodgy characters. But recently, how many times we've been reporting, obviously the Tory side and also the Labour side, how many times have we reported Labour politicians getting arrested and going to jail, and for either these sort of stories or much worse, or something in terms of all stealing money, financial corruption or anything else? Somebody needs to start a conversation about the political culture in this country at the same time as talking about the justice system. And right now, things are dangerous for ordinary people up and down our nation. So we're going to be talking about all this as usual. As obviously I'm going to keep an eye on the mainstream media to see if they are going to be talking about it or not. Don't forget, this Sunday, the 23rd of July, we're going to get together in Westminster to technically celebrate our 300,000 subscribers party, but we're also going to be talking about a number of important political issues of the day. We are going to hopefully have Andrew Bridgen as our special guest, and we're going to get also some other surprise guests for you guys as well. If you want to join us, the link is in the description. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.